introduce myself. I'm Jason. I'm a senior at Marshall. And I write mainly poetry. I try to get into fiction, like short stories and stuff. Poetry is my main thing. And right now, I'm working on spontaneous prose poetry, which is just like almost like a stream of conscious. And I'm very unprofessional, so none of these have titles. But here we go. And I'm sorry if I don't look at you much, because I don't have to memorize. There's an unwilling nightingale chirping in your heart, and everyone can hear it. There's an unwilling nightingale chirping inside of your heart, whose song was made for the wild, and everyone can hear it. But you will not set it free to let it be among the bridges and the trees and the power lines too, because you are afraid of letting go of what has the possibility of flying away and never coming back. Didn't your guardians ever teach you that it's not okay to hold on to things like that? Because even then, after a long, drawn-out day on your feet, the moon still sets and the sun still rises. Because both the moon and the sun understands that you do not want to be unaligned with the gods and the stars, the way that the nightingale does not want to be confined to the still gates of your heart. And that was Untitled poem number 1.
Hold on now. After poems, we don't clap. You gotta snap it out. So let me see some change. Here, let me go.
Alright, and I'm from West Virginia, by the way, so I try to embody that in a lot of my poems. Not in this one, though. In the third one, I'm going to try to embody West Virginia. So let me know if I get that out. Untitled poem number 2. I wanted to give you everything I've got, but if I did that, there would be nothing left of myself for myself, and that is something that I cannot go without. I tried to go without myself several times before, and it turned out to be the worst possible mistake in the world. I sat around in the slums of sorrow, grieving over the nothingness in my heart. I treated sadness like a drug, and it gave me the most beautiful, depressing high. I became addicted to the loss of myself, of my soul, my heart, my ability to think logically, and I cannot go through that again. The numbness, the timeless, bottomless guilt, I cannot go through that again. Sitting pathetically at the typewriter at 11:22 p.m., scathed and affliction, with an unbalanced mind that is liable to tip at the slightest thought of you. There it went. Untitled number 2.
Y'all be laughing on guitar.
Alright, and this is Untitled poem number 3. Early inside of a mountain mama morning, moonlight is moving slowly across the wooden floor toward us in the shape of West Virginia. And the wind is howling a long, drawn-out howl like the wolves do at a natural night. Stars are burning bright with passion and intimacy, and they can be heard like the righteous riffs of a melody. The tree branches are rattling the roof of the cabin, and the Appalachians accompanying the shingles that jingle by the door. And our love is loud, and it is raw, and it's crying like a winsome symphony. Pianos, saxophones, golden trumpets are all blowing in light for us. And our touch is like the bird that turns and swoops and dives and loops around clouds and trees, and me and you are holy, and I am holy. And the way that we surrender to love is holy. Just like the way the sunlight and the moonlight move slowly across the wooden floor toward us in the shape of West Virginia, that is holy. And like the drawn out howl of the moon, of the wind that dies down when the sun is rising and we are waking up next to one another. Thank you.
I want to clap so bad. I want to clap so bad.